Okay, so the most commonly used or reason we use exponent rules is with scientific notation. So just a reminder, we use scientific notation when we're talking about really, really, really big numbers or really, really, really small numbers. So a lot of times they're used in physics and a lot of science, especially when we're working like microbiology. When you're talking about atoms, you used a little bit of scientific notation with Miss Arndt already this year when you guys talked about atoms and how many thousand fit in on the head of a pin. Other things to keep in mind, remember that there are properties to scientific notation. Our first number, so I'm just going to write a random number here, times 10 to the 32nd. This first number has to be greater than 1, so, and then less than, greater than or equal to 1, I should say, and less than 10. So in other words, it has to be between 1 and 9, a one-digit number. If we have more than a one-digit number, then we're going to have to do some finagling, and we'll talk about that as we go through this. So let's go ahead and see these properties. All right, so when we look at this first one, our operation is multiplication, and our base is this 10, because that is what is holding up our exponent. And so these 1.13s, the 9.98, and the 3.34 is kind of like those numbers in front of our variables. They're being multiplied, but they're not our base. And so we're just going to multiply them together. So 1.13 times 9.98 times 3.34, and then that would be times 10. And then when we are multiplying same base, then we are going to add our exponent. So 10 to the negative 7 plus 5 plus 22. And so when I do that, then I multiply those three numbers, and we're going to get 37 point, it was a pretty long decimal. I just rounded it 67, and then times 10 to the 20th power. Because negative 7 plus 5 plus 22 gives us 20. Now, from here, this goes into what I just mentioned. 37 is greater than one digit. So since that is greater than 10, I'm going to have to do some moving things around. So I'm going to take this decimal and I'm going to move it back between the 3 and the 7. And so when I move it back, that I've made it to where there's one more digit that I have to move in order to make this correct. So I'm going to do 20 plus the fact that since I moved it once, I'm going to add 1. And so my new answer is going to be 3.767 times 10 to the 21st power. So that is my final answer for the first one. So in that case, we moved left. So when moving, if we move left, we're going to add. So that would mean that if we move right, we would end up subtracting. Just, logically, that's what that would tell me. All right, so here we have my scientific notation to the power. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute, because this is a product, we're multiplying, I'm going to distribute this. And so now I have 1.3 squared times 10 to the 3 times 2, because we're doing a power to a power. So 1.3 squared is 1.69 times, and then 3 times 2 is 6. So times 10 to the 6th power. I'm going to look back. We have one digit, so we're good. I don't need to do any changing. That is how we do it if we are taking a scientific notation to a power. Example C, we're dividing here. So I am going to actually divide the 1.21 divided by 4.81. And that's going to be times 10. And because we're dividing, we're going to subtract our exponent. So 7 minus 5. And so 1.21 divided by 4.81 gives us 0.252 times 10 to the, and then 7 minus 5 gives us 2. Now, so up above we had the issue of having too many digits. Down here we don't have enough digits. We are not greater than 1 or equal to. So now I have to move. This would be when we have to move to the right. So I'm going to move to the right, and remember we talked about that if to the left we add, then to the right we're going to subtract. So I'm going to move to the right and I'm going to subtract 1. And so now my new answer is 2.52 times 10 to the first power. And then again, just to keep in mind what Math Excel is asking for. If it asks for the whole number, then you would then just go ahead and evaluate this, that this would be 25.2. And that is it. That's how we use our exponent rules or properties with scientific notation.